I'm so excited to have you on. So this is Tom and Corey. They have a Hannah Montana podcast called Sweet Niblets. They basically just go through each episode of Hannah Montana and they correlate with an episode of their own podcast. Diving in, I'm just so curious on how you managed to do an episode. I don't know how to phrase this question correctly, but like you guys basically talk the entire episode through, so you narrate it. And I know you guys,
you're like analyzing and diving into
and we love it. How do you do you have it? So I know you have notes. Do you have the episode in front of you, like going on mute and you're like watching it while you're narrating it? Or how do you remember exactly what happens? Do you just go really in depth?
We both write pretty detailed notes.
Wow.
Yeah. And we watch it separately.
Yeah.
And then we come together to talk about it.
Sorry,
She's got the notebook.
I just like brought them in.
Yeah.
I do like,
whoa.
Big punch. I do one page, like front and back, like,
wow.
One page per episode, front and back. It's like where I am the most organized in my life, honestly. And then we go off the notes, and we just got into an argument about whether or not something happened like before or after something, because we take
like
notes and we're not watching
timeline
it.
Of the episode. We are like, it's interesting how we try to remember
and
it all.
how our memories will differ.
I usually watch it twice. Like I'll do like an enjoy watch where like if we're gonna record on a Monday, like that Sunday night, I'll get all cozy in bed and I'll like watch the episode, so I'm just like relaxing. And then like the next day in the morning, I'll like wake up and I'll like sit down and do my notes watch. But sometimes it'll take me almost an hour to like watch the whole episode, because I have to like pause and then like sometimes I want to like research something about like this actor or whatever. So I mean, but it's a fun process.
Same basic. I usually watch it twice, like once where I write stuff down and once where I'm just like letting the jokes land before pausing.
I love that.
And I know, Tom, you've seen Hannah Montana prior to making this podcast. Corey, this is your first time watching.
I've never watched it.
Yes. Okay. I think there was maybe one episode you had seen. Was it the one like Make a Wish on a Star?
No, it was
Achy Jakey Heart.
Achy Jakey Heart. Which that one's like iconic.
Classic.
Yeah. Well, because I showed it to her.
Yeah, I was talking to a boy named Milosh, and he was just like, oh, there's a character named Milosh on this show. He's like, let me show you a clip. And it's like, I was like my day off or something. I was like, I don't want to watch an out of context Hannah Montana clip. Just like, let's watch the episode.
It's the second part of a two-parter.
Yes. Yep. I remember you saying that.
Fine. So I just showed her that episode, and then like,
and he did look like Milosh.
Well, no, it was just the Milosh. I had never heard that. It was when Jake Ryan was like trying to like be down to earth with Miley. So he's like, I'm going to be a real person.
His secret identity.
Here's my secret identity that'll be around for like 2 scenes. And he was Milosh. And I literally never heard that name before in real life. So when I heard, and we weren't even really like that close yet. Like we were in the same friend group.
Yeah.
But we had never, this was literally the first
solo
time.
hang.
Yeah, like our other friends had left, and I was like, all right, let's watch this episode of Hannah Montana. And then from that, I was like, she was like, I remember you being like, am I gonna go home and watch Hannah Montana now? and I was like, do you want to do a Hannah Montana podcast? And she was like,
and the rest
maybe.
is history.
But then she came around.
I came around.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, so we're sitting here, we're in our 20s. Corey's never seen Hannah Montana before. I was gonna ask, like, how did you get started? So, Tom, did you always think like that you wanted to do a podcast?
Kind of like yes and no. I've always loved Hannah. Like I grew up with her. Like I was that target demographic when the show was on, and was just into her. And I've always loved Miley. But there's another podcast that I'll plug a little bit. It's called Wisteria Gaze. And they're like a Desperate Housewives rewatch podcast.
Ooh.
And Desperate Housewives is one of my favorite shows of all time. Never seen it.
So
Highly
good.
recommend it. So good. And you'd love Wisteria Gaze. Definitely check out Wisteria Gaze.
Right.
And I listened to them like when they first started their like first season, and they also live in Chicago, and I have some like mutual friends with them. So like, I just ended up becoming friends with them, and I was like, wow, it's so cool that they have this podcast. And like, I would have loved to be able to do like a Desperate Housewives podcast or just something that I'm as interested in. So I just ended up doing Hannah Montana. I just like, it really comes off of the inspiration from them. Like, yeah, truly. Yeah.
It is so fun. I think that our generation is just like obsessed with nostalgia right now. And so this is like exactly what we need to be rewatching the episodes as, you know, remembering how we thought of them when we were younger, but now appreciating them as we're older.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. It's so fun.
And to try to distract ourselves from like the world from the last 2 years.
Right. That too.
So it's perfect.
All the old stuff.
Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, because it's just so comforting. It's just like a little hug, you know.
Yes.
And what's awesome is like when I'm listening to your podcast, I don't even need to like rewatch the episodes because I remember like every single detail from every episode. And I'm like, I can't tell if this is sad or what, but,
Well, girl,
but I
it's
love
because
it.
you still watch it.
I do. She walked into my room one time,
Oh.
and because when I first moved in with her, she walked in, she goes, "Are you watching Hannah Montana?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Of course.
Casually.
What do you mean? It's good to put on when you're cleaning and doing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because like as an adult watching it, like I do recognize like, for lack of a better word, the more problematic aspects of it, or just the more like aspects of it that are like, this is just lazy storytelling sometimes.
Yeah.
Or it's lazy TV, but it's still,
kids.
it's
Like,
for
there's-
kids.
yeah,
it is. But at the
exactly.
end of the day, there are some like powerhouse performances. Like it really, I mean,
Yeah,
we love
that's
Emily Osment. Emily Osment, comedy queen. She's so funny. And
Yes.
you know, Miley is so funny.
She's
and
so funny, yeah.
She's an engaging screen presence. And it's a magic little show because it's so silly, but it's just so entertaining, you know.
I think it was in your last episode, most recent, that you said that the overarching theme for the whole show is like learning how to tell the truth or something. And I was like, I never caught that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like,
Tom
or almost
unpacks it.
unintentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that and friendship. You know,
Yes.
I can't spoil it for Corey, but you guys have seen the end of the series, but it's about the friendship. That's
Yes.
what's
Right.
and
Lily's
that's
best friend moment.
Yes.
Love those.
Yeah.
I look forward to that at the end. I'm like, I wonder who they're gonna pick. Sometimes I guess and I know exactly, but sometimes it's difficult because it's like all of them are being pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll
The
just be like,
character was a
that
piece of
guy
shit.
had 2 lines. We loved him. Yeah. So it'll
I've
be
been
him.
using Lily's. Was it you? Who did I called Lily's worst something of the day?
Me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Why
I
did I
did
do
something
that?
bad. I don't know. I did something bad. And you were like, Lily's worst friend moment of the day. I can't remember exactly what I said, but that was,
Yeah,
like,
I've been
recently.
doing it at work.
Yeah. You've been doing that at work.
Yeah,
That's
just
funny.
like calling like yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyways.
Yeah, if your coworkers are being bad at work,
Yeah.
they're being really bad friends. Yeah. We're already a little tipsy.
Hey,
Really
that's
bad.
okay.
Too.
We should start with the wine. So we have a surprise. So we actually
it.
went
Oh
out
my
and bought the
God.
bottle that
That
you were planning on
supposed to
having.
Oh,
Because I was-
That's
so
crazy.
We'll start. We had this one at first, and
Great.
God.
I love that.
we
It's
felt bad
Rico.
because we were kind of last minute with telling you guys. So we're like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get it or not. If not, like it's obviously not a big deal. We just like try to match up, and being in different locations, it's difficult. I think you tried looking to see
Yeah,
like
so I'm originally from Chicago suburbs, and
Oh,
so I was trying to like remember what I've seen in the stores, and I looked it up, and that's carried at Binny's, and I don't know, that's like a Chicagoland
Vinny's
trend.
claimed that they had it, but then
Yeah.
they
They
didn't.
they're probably out.
Liars.
They're probably like
Liars.
sold out or something
Vinny's was
Yeah.
lying.
conveniently.
Yeah, no, I mean it was last minute, and I do apologize about that, but
But we were like Rico because
Oh,
Rico.
exactly. I saw that.
He
choice.
called it. He called
I
it.
was
He
like
was
this.
like, that's why they picked it for
We
sure.
love that.
Yeah.
The Rico
you
one.
guys, it's embarrassing how long I stand in the wine aisle, like scanning each bottle of wine, trying to find something relevant to Miley, relevant to the episode. It's like
Yeah.
these people
She
are
does
like,
that.
what is wrong
I
with you?
love
Just
that.
pick
That's
one.
beautiful. That's beautiful. No, that's
Thank you.
beautiful.
And so then we got this one, and we're like, you know what? We're just gonna have our double feature, going, and we'll just
Double-
each
double
drink.
life.
It's fine.
We figured we'd
Oh,
have
right.
enough fun with you that we would go through too easily anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you should talk about. So that was Rico Peach Moscato, semi-sweet. That one's Stella Rosa, peach also. And then what kind of wine do you have?
This
we
is
have
Barefoot Pink Moscato.
Yes, you can't go wrong with that.
Can't.
It was the corner store Moscato.
Yeah, that we were able to require because we tried.
And there were,
Yes.
I will say, there were a couple of Moscatos, and I went with the pink one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, delicious.
Okay.
Well,
Work with-
cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Let's get into
Let's try to
it.
do a better one without breaking the glass. Ugh,
Our
Okay.
clinks are awful.
they're so bad. Do you think we'd have practice doing this?
Okay. Every clink is like a snowflake. You know?
It's everyone's different. I love that. That is great.
You know what? Yes.
I love that. Okay, let's dive right in. So where can people find your podcast?
Just about anywhere.
Everywhere.
Right? I like
the
to say that if
places.
you
Tom
can't
made
find it somewhere, let me know because I'll try to put it there.
And what's your
So,
Instagram handle?
Sweet Niblets Pod.
Perfect.
Uh,
Everyone pause this podcast, go listen to their latest one, or go listen to all of them, catch up because their podcast is amazing. Seriously.
And then come back.
And then come back and listen to the rest of ours.
Add it to your
Perfect.
repertoire. Put it in the queue. you
Yeah.
Yes,
know?
put it in the queue.
Yes.
Follow their pods that you get an update. I know you guys just recorded an episode tonight. It's right before this one, correct?
It's a
Mhm.
big one.
And is it the Jonas
big one?
Brothers episode?
It's
Yeah.
yeah. See, they know. They know.
No.
big
Listen, that
one.
one changed my life. Okay.
Exactly.
And by the time, so your podcast come out on Wednesday, Tuesday?
Mondays, our new episode was supposed to come out today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did we like halt you guys?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
We're people who work
Yeah, we're
and
both
have big
servers.
old lives.
And
Yeah.
we have
Us
different-
too.
we're all servers, and it's like tricky trying to like
Yeah.
juggle our
Oh,
schedules
yes.
together.
Dude, we are both servers, so we understand. Do you guys work at the same restaurant?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do. I was like, that would have been so weird.
It's cute. I love
But
that.
yes, that server life is it's hard to, because she works full-time serving. I do part-time like on the weekends, but I have like a full-time job during the week. So it gets fucking chaotic. So I understand
Yeah.
because you work like every night. So
Yeah.
Mondays is like the only night we
Our
can do.
restaurant is closed on Wednesday, so.
Mondays.
Monday, yeah.
That's the
Okay.
only reason why she's off. Perfect. Sorry, let me go find my notes again. So out of all the episodes you've done so far with the podcast, what is your favorite episode so far? I know you're halfway through season 2.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna have to check through her notes.
Oh god.
That's such a good question.
I know it's gonna be so hard to pick.
I
It's
know.
even, I mean, it's hard to pick like.
I feel like I'm usually when people say favorites, I give them like 3 or 5.
That's
Mhm.
really
3 or
fine.
5.
Yeah. So I feel like it's lazy to say the one that we just did because it's me and Mr.
Yeah.
Jonas and Mr. Jonas, but it is that one, which is such a big deal.
Yeah.
But I think doing Achy Jakey Heart really stuck out to me
Mhm.
because I felt like that was the thing that brought us together. So
Oh, yeah.
building that was really exciting.
Aw.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a quick little scan.
Look
just,
at the Hannah Montana notebook.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
oh yeah, this is my notebook.
That's
Put me in the
Right.
spotlight, bitch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, mine's different because I'm a different person. It's
Yeah,
just
yours is a
like
little
just a little
boring.
label.
Okay, but
Look,
that's
it
amazing.
looks like director's notes.
It does.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
mm.
Literally, our
I
notes for episodes is like a couple of bullet points on a notes app.
ooh. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know.
Thank God. it's such a good episode. Well, I mean, I did love doing the crossover special.
Yeah,
That we did
the
that
one-
so Sweet Life of
yeah,
Hannah
the Sweet Life
Montana.
was- a lot of-
Oh, fun.
We did that with Wisteria Gaze. We had them on.
No
And we did our
way.
own little crossover special. So it was like Hannah Montana.
A
Desperate Housewives
crossover.
special. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I think I like the one with Dolly. Yeah, good Dolly,
Oh,
Miss Dolly.
Dolly.
Where
Yes.
Or
is this
Queen
also
Dolly.
the Jake Bryan premiere?
that wasn't it, but it was part of the
No.
Jake Ryan arc.
Yeah, it was part
you
of that
know.
because like their whole plot is like she loves him and they caught on tape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That was a good
All right.
one. And then they're like spies, like trying. Is that the one they're
Oh my
trying to-
gosh. And then they throw all the trash.
Yeah.
out.
My outfit.
She's like
It's
in the
great.
trash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marie
and I
was
isn't
just there because she wanted to wear the cute
is that the
outfit.
first Sweet Niblets?
Yes.
too? Sweet Niblets.
I think Dolly did say the first Sweet Niblets too, which is funny because she didn't. When I told her that the name of our podcast had to be Sweet Niblets, she was like, "That's gross. I do not like that."
I did not like it.
And so that was kind of like our running gag that she wouldn't say the name of our podcast until they said it on the show.
Because I didn't believe him. Like he was like, it's the thing they say all the time on the show. And
yeah.
Like it's not set for the first like 15 episodes.
Right. It took them a while to realize it was the catchphrase.
It's like, it's so, for me with like no experience in it, it just is like vulgar sounding.
Yeah. She was super resistant to that being the title. I was like, no, it has to be.
Yeah.
We were bouncing around other things and I wasn't really excited about any of them. And then I heard that one in my head and I was like, that's it.
Straight up, even as like a server life. I don't like saying, are y'all still nibbling on that? Like I have people who like, ew, like nibble as like a word. It's just like nasty. Get it out of your mouth. So like, I didn't like niblets.
That's fair.
So
now
I cannot imagine saying, are y'all still nibbling?
I thought you had to say it.
No, but I had like a coworker who would ask people if they were still nibbling.
That's awful. If somebody came up to me and said that, I would say, not anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just picturing like picturing someone just like a fucking squirrel eating their fucking burger or some shit.
Okay, but like, you have nibbling.
What's your favorite Hannah Montana episode? Do you know?
Oh gosh, that's really putting me on the spot. I mean, I don't ever watch like TV these days. I don't go back and watch it like you, but like just trying to remember. Oh, I like the Queen episode. I don't know.
Yes, that's a great one with gay sign.
No, that's the first season.
Oh, that's in,
yeah, it's in the first season.
Because that's when she sings, get us out of me. Yes. And she sings it so fast.
Her little set, because she's got to get to Jackson's volleyball camp.
Yes.
And that's
my favorite.
That fit is so cute that she wore.
Oh yes, love it.
And her hair looks so good.
Yeah,
oh, that was the moment. That was the moment.
I really think that episode is why that song is one of my favorite Hannah Montana songs. I don't know why, because she sings it so goofy in that episode.
Yeah. And that's how I got Nerve. She sings it so goofy in the episode where she lip syncs it for Lily. We just did that. She's like, and the spider crawls on her. And I was like, I love that song because of this funny moment of her singing.
Yes.
It was great.
Yes, that was the last episode, right? That you guys did? Yeah, that one, her hair was so dark in that episode.
I noticed that. We didn't talk about that, but there's a moment where her hair really transitioned.
That was right after Nick Jonas broke up with her.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, did you know that? She in her Miles to Go book, like she wrote this book when she was like 16 and she talked about Prince Charming and it was Nick Jonas. So dramatic. But she said she dyed her hair after he broke up with her on tour because she wanted to strip everything that he wanted her to be because he liked highlights. So dramatic, but yeah.
Already met and broken up by the time the Jonas Brothers did the episode because I thought they didn't go on tour.
Have you been looking at the production codes?
I haven't. I've been like lazy in my research.
So I wonder
production codes, and sometimes they record episodes before they air that. Like
because that episode could have been recorded well after the Jonas Brothers episode, but aired before they aired it. Yeah,
that's something to look at because I didn't think about that. I do know that's why she dyed her hair though.
I'm pretty sure they hadn't even,
because the Hannah Montana was like their debut screen, like you know they were
maybe they like swapped or like they moved one or something, but that episode, that Jonas Brothers episode, that has to be mine. And I'm not just saying that good. Like the
beach party.
Oh, cheese jerky.
Oh, come on.
Cheese jerky.
Achy Jakey Heart.
Yes. That's like my favorite scene. Oh my gosh. So Achy Jakey, that one's a good one. The 2-part series. And she's like literally like exposes herself as Hannah Montana and looks perfect. Like how would you just do that? Like how would you put your wig on that well?
Lays easily as hell and then just takes off that trench coat. It's like boom.
The trench coat,
that's something
that's something we've talked about that we don't talk about
because there's just stuff that happens in the show that like defies logic and we're like the only way that it would work is if this person actually had superpowers.
It's the Disney Channel like logic.
Exactly.
Yes, perfect.
One that has just a vivid memories when she goes choo choo choo.
Oh my gosh, was it like the second or third?
Tells Oliver.
Yes.
When she's telling Oliver and she's trying to scare him because Oliver's scared
and she pulls down the glasses and she goes, what?
So I have a fun fact about that I just found out today.
Good Miley.
Yeah, that was a good Miley.
So I was listening to Sorry We're Stone, which is Tish Cyrus and Brandy Cyrus's podcast that they do together. And I was like backtracking because I haven't listened to like the earlier episodes. And there's one from April that I listened to today. And they talked about how, or maybe it was Your Favorite Thing with Brandy and Wells. It was one of those podcasts. They talked about Billy Ray Cyrus does not like chewing gum at all. Like he is like, they never chewed gum when they were younger because Tish would always be like, don't chew gum. Your dad doesn't like it. And so they were never able to chew gum. So weird fact, but like, I wonder
something about how Miley inherited that from her dad, or just like she wasn't a big gum chewer, and that makes sense because she wasn't allowed to.
Yeah. I didn't know that until today. Random fact.
Oh my God.
I love the Cyrus random facts. Love them all. I can't wait for her to write.
And then it's relevant, and like
I can't wait for her to be able to write her autobiography that wasn't like edited by Disney. You know what I mean? Because you know she wrote Miles to Go, but that was like so teeny and like she couldn't really tell her truth. You know, she will tell.
She's gonna drop a memoir.
I can't wait for her memoir, the Miley memoir.
It'll be good.
And she was 15. Like, what life have you lived yet? I mean, I know you're Hannah Montana, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you still have so much life left to live. So,
well, she did say she's got miles to go.
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah, she knew she should not have been writing that. I think they pressured her.
Put it in the title. She was well aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Real life Hannah Montana. Okay. So she had this amazing idea to bring this up, but we were thinking about Hannah Montana, and we're thinking about how there's real life Hannah Montanas out there. Example.
Like Sia
and Marshmallow
and Orville Peck. Like these are like celebrities that are out there, and they do not show their face. They are like literally you know, do you think that it's like similar to the Hannah Montana?
Oh, it's a ripple effect because like all those artists that you've mentioned, like, you know, have been big since Hannah Montana. I mean, Sia's been around like writing for a while, but like she didn't really become a public figure until after Hannah. And even like Marshmallow and Orville Peck, like those are within the recent years. So like, oh, absolutely. And it's funny that you mentioned that because Dolly too, like Dolly has her own like kind of double life persona. Like she is capable of going out in her own town or going out anywhere and not being recognized because of how much she puts on like when she goes out. So
like the wigs.
Yeah, there's something to be said about the like best of both worlds of just being a regular person, but also like with your talent in the world. Isn't that crazy?
Orville Peck especially, like, really. I mean, I'm a Orville Peck fan and I love him. I'm such a fan of him and I love his whole mystique. Like it is very Hannah.
And how crazy that he hangs out with Noah Cyrus.
They're besties.
Exactly. They're so good. They're such close friends. It's crazy. I know. I was looking around her. Like, I saw him over the summer and I'm going to see him again. So I'll keep an eye out.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Trying it. Maybe that'll be the concert where he reveals his face and tells everyone in the whole crowd, please keep my secret. And they do.
Has he revealed his face?
What? Has he revealed his face? Kind of no. I don't think so.
Really?
Pictures of his face. I feel like I've Googled Orville Peck face.
I have too, and like you can see Orville Peck face, but there's nothing that's confirmed, and there's also multiple sources on what his face actually is. There's like a few different like if you Google Orville Peck face, a few different guys are gonna come up. You know.
Oh, that's how it is with Marshmallow. Like when you Google Marshmallow's face, like you still can't really find.
There's some people, I feel like maybe Daft Punk too. Don't they wear masks? I don't know.
They wear like crazy costumes.
What's the Dead Mouse guys?
Yeah,
they wear
too.
The whole mouse thing or mask thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also I don't know. There are certain celebrities that also could go unnoticed. I'm failing to think of them, like especially music stars.
It's easier, I think, to do that than like because if you're an actor, your face usually has to be revealed.
Yeah, I think there was a brief period of time where Stephanie Germanotta, aka Lady Gaga, could go out as Stephanie.
True.
I don't think that happens. I don't think that could happen for her anymore. But I think that there was a time where she had such a different public persona where if she just went out in t-shirt and jeans, nobody would bat an eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like her poker face era, like 2008. That was that was kind of extreme. I can see that.
And it's all because
I feel like when you're just walking around, like you wouldn't, I mean, all the celebrities, like when they're out in, you know, in the limelight, like they've got faces of makeup and their hair is all done. And honestly, if you were just to walk past anyone really without their makeup on, you probably wouldn't, unless you were like looking for them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know some bitches that don't be looking like themselves. Okay, next question I have for you both. And I know, Corey, you were like a little late to the Hannah Montana game. So this answer might be different for you than Tom. But when's the first time you really noticed that you were like a Miley Cyrus fan? Like, some people remember certain instances. I remember, like, I think it was, I saw like the episode with the chewing gum. That was like the first time I remember, like, I was like, oh yeah, like I need to like follow this girl. I'm her fan. What's your first like memory you have with that?
I want to hear that from you first. Like, I'm curious to know if like you've become a Miley fan because of this experience, or if you've had anything.
I was already a Miley fan. I liked her music. I became a Miley fan when Wrecking Ball came out. I had a huge crush on my roommate at the time.
Nice.
And I was like on the bus listening to Wrecking Ball, and I was like, this is my life. And I was like crying a little bit. It was like very early in the morning, like when you get a pass for crying on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I was like, all right, she's got it. She's freaking got it.
Yeah.
I liked that so much. And then probably also Black Mirror.
Oh.
Yes.
Was another one where I was just like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could talk about that
Wrecking
later.
Ball opened my head, and Black Mirror was just like, yeah, you like this person.
Yeah. I think for me, like, I agree, where it's like, I mean, since Hannah was out, like, I've loved her, and I've always gravitated towards her, and just always been like, I've always just idolized her, like loved her, like even casually, oh yeah, she's getting more good. We're ready to refill.
Yeah.
And I think that it also like it's a queer thing too. Like as a queer person, and like Miley being a queer person, I think that it's cute because I've always been very obviously gay, and I was like bullied for it when I was a kid and everything. And so like I would joke around and say that I wasn't gay because I was in love with Miley Cyrus. Like I wanted to marry her one day, and I think she's so hot. And lo and behold, she's also gay. So it's like, it was just, I just love that I had this, like, I've always had that connection with her, and I've like always loved her, and I've always never been able to like understand the hate that she got. I just think that she was somebody that was always really ahead of her time. Like she was a Disney Channel star that came in, and like really quickly she knew that the machine was going to control her, and she did not want that.
Yeah.
And she was like ready to be her own person.
Yeah, like her self-awareness is really impressive.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. I think a lot of people expected her to just be kind of, I don't want to say, but people say like Lindsay Lohan or like Britney Spears, but I love both of them. And I think they're both fantastic. But that's what people say, because they're like, she's going to have this downfall. I mean, you could say Bangers was like her crazy era, but like, but she still had all the control in Bangers and Dead Pets. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she had no control.
Interestingly enough, Bangers, I mean, as soon as she wasn't a part of the Disney Channel brand, she had all the control, you know, and that's been like the most exciting thing to watch. I think that it is a really interesting like difference between her growth as an artist, like being a Disney Channel artist versus being her own artist. Like Bangers was
close with her family.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's got to have something to do with it.
Yeah.
She's like whereas you see like in the Lohans or the Spearses, like they're getting like taken advantage of, and like not
and Amanda Bynes.
Family,
well, you know,
they don't get cared for by their family, and like because of Billy Ray Cyrus's history in show business, and like because of their like closeness with Dolly Parton, but the fact that they like could remain supportive probably played like a huge part in why she can like take these chances and not have nothing to fall back on. Because she's been empowered by her family, not controlled by her family.
No, for sure. Exactly. And Brandy talked about this a little bit on her podcast, but She talks about how she thinks the reason why Miley has been so grounded is because her mom has always been there for her and been super supportive, Tish. And so I'm a huge Tish Cyrus fan. I love her. I think she's like a queen. And she just like lives her life, and she just likes to smoke weed, and she just looks so good. I'm like, I wish I had those genes. But yeah, I agree. I think having that family that's so supportive, and they're so close, and
really.
I agree. So what's your favorite Miley Cyrus song?
Oh God, this is difficult.
I know I'm asking all the questions.
Like completely outside of Hannah Montana. Yes, we have to separate from Hannah Montana.
Okay, let's start with Hannah song first, Miley song second.
Okay, my favorite Hannah song. Okay, I guess if I had like a gun to my head and I really had to like pick one, like really come down to it, it's difficult. But like the one that has like always really gotten me through it is Nobody's Perfect.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Nobody's Perfect is a bop, a banger, a jam, all rolled into one.
Yes,
like,
that's a good one.
And I mean, there are others that I could talk about, but I mean, yeah. What? Oh, are you looking some up?
Yeah, I'm just like, because I'll feel like a dick if I like say the one that's right in my mind, but then later I'm like, oh no, this is the one I like.
I know, right? It's so difficult.
I mean, it's definitely for Hannah Montana. I feel like it's got to be Best of Both Worlds. It's just like, it's
classic.
Or the one that I started by hating it and then I loved it with
of them
with all the names.
If we were the movie. If we were a movie.
You
hated
if we were a movie. I love the movie. Yeah, it really grew on me. It got stuck in my craw in the worst way. And then but my favorite Miley song,
there's just so many.
I think Miley song.
We can do our Hannah song if you want time to think about Miley.
I know
your favorite Hannah song?
Yeah, please.
So I brought this up earlier. It's The Other Side of Me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that one was rumored to have been like it might have possibly almost been Best of Both Worlds. It might have almost been the same song.
Yeah, I think the other side of me and This Is the Life were tested to be.
Oh, that song is so good.
And they didn't, and Best of Both Worlds didn't exist yet, but Disney Channel rejected both of those as the theme song. They're like, yeah, we like these songs, but the theme song needs to be more exciting and more fun. And they came and they're like, all right, here it is.
The Other Side of Me is so good.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
Mine would be, if not The Other Side of Me, because that one's a banger, mine would be One in a Million.
Oh,
that's our song.
Yeah, that's our song.
That's our song.
Yes.
Because the chances of this podcast duo is
like
one in a million.
for real.
Oh,
that is so sweet.
Okay, my favorite Miley song, I gotta say, probably Prisoner, because I love Dua Lipa, and I love the way they sound together on that track.
Yeah.
Did you say Dula Peep?
Yeah.
I said Dula Peep. You said Dula Peep?
Yes.
Dula Peep.
How do we feel about Dula Peep?
How do we feel about Dula Peep?
I love Dula Peep. Do you guys want to hear the craziest thing?
Yes.
She just was photographed in a t-shirt from our little tiny college. We went to SIUE and Dula Peep was just photographed in an SIUE shirt.
It was like designer, and everyone at our school was like, what the fuck? This is the most random shit ever.
Like SIUE is like a smaller
it's a small
school.
D1 school.
We don't even have a football team.
That's amazing. Dula Peep, give it a little rap.
Dula Peep.
I'm trying to think. I know it's a Plastic Heart song. Oh my God, it might be.
You got it
right now in this present moment in my life. I guess it's Hate Me or High.
Yeah.
That's mine too. Right now in my life, it's High.
Yeah.
There's three. The Climb I consider a Miley song. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
No, it is.
It
It's
is.
a Miley song. She's owned it as a Miley song.
I also do like Party in the USA a lot.
I love Party in the USA.
We used to do a dance to that at work.
Party in the USA makes me proud of being American.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
I do get mad at the fact that she like hadn't heard a Britney Spears song or a Jay-Z song. When she recorded that.
Yes.
It's like, listen to one. Just like before you release the song.
What are you listening to?
Don't don't lie to the people.
Right.
But she was not learning yet all of her truths. I think she was still doing Hannah Montana at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was released around like
It was
the end of-
2009.
Yeah. So the show was still airing at the time.
Yeah, I remember when that music video came out and people were like, oh, like they thought it
Yeah.
was so risque. And I'm like,
Look what the girl
I mean,
It
that was a
wasn't
great
like
breakout
Dirty
for
by
her.
Xtina. Like everybody needs to chill
It was
out.
not Dirty by Xtina.
No,
The Party in the USA 2010 VMA performance.
hands up.
A
yeah,
turning point
Yep.
in her career,
Mhm.
truly.
Point.
the
I
Teen
had
Choice
never-
Awards. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I thought because
She had the pole.
but it wasn't. See, that's the crazy thing about that is that the way that whole thing got warped, because like it took me years to realize what was actually going on in that performance. But like when I sat down to just watch it as an adult, I was like, this teenager is not like attempting to do a striptease on a pole at all.
Yeah.
She's using this ice cream like machine like cart thing as a prop to make the number cute, and if she's going to stand on it, she needs to find her some way to support herself,
Yeah.
or otherwise she's going to fall. As a theater person who has stood on things like that, you need something to support yourself, and like if you're the one insinuating that she's on a stripper pole,
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
Like stop
exactly.
sexualizing a fucking
You're trying to do a
16-year-old.
fun song
Yeah.
and stand on a little ice cream cart, and you
Yeah.
are making it out to be something that it's not.
Miley
That
needs
is one
you
of the
on her
craziest things
team.
that ever happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was fucked up. Yeah. I did my my senior project in college over Miley Cyrus's Vanity Fair cover in 2008, where she's holding like the sheet over her and she was
That's
like this.
awesome.
I wrote a 25-page paper
That-
on this shit.
Is that the one with her dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
I had
wanna-
to use like philosophy
Send
and
me the paper.
philosophers to back up claims and shit. And I got an A on it. And I've never done so good in a fucking philosophy class in my life. But I had to
Oh.
present it and people were looking at me like, why the fuck is she talking about Miley Cyrus? But killed
Wow.
that shit.
Jazz
No,
stop
she's not.
signs.
Yeah, fuck. Email that to Tom. I want to
Yeah,
read
we
that.
want to read that.
I gotta find it.
Yeah,
I gotta find it. It's somewhere in a Google Drive, I feel like, but
Yeah.
I need to. We should read it on our podcast.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Read it on the
Dramatic
pod.
reading.
Talk about that. Yeah.
Did we go over Miley's? Wait, did you do your Miley?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all need to do your
Your
Miley
favorite Miley
song.
song. We gave us your favorite Hannah song, but I'm sure you probably told on your podcast like your
But
number
we don't
one
know.
y'all and all my favorite
It
Miley
changes
song.
all the
It changes.
time.
Mine right now.
What is it right now? What is it
Yeah,
right now?
mine
Like in
right
this
now-
moment,
It's high.
Yeah.
mine is what the fuck
Yeah.
do I know?
Ooh.
Because
Uh,
when I heard that shit live and that shit went hard.
Yeah.
Nah.
true.
Because that's what she opened up with We Can't Stop, but then she did like What the Fuck Do I Know, like the second or third song. And it was so much energy and I like the energy. So
You guys think she's going to do a Plastic Hearts World Tour?
I hope so.
we were actually just talking about this on our live. So she's doing a South America tour right now, which is like 5 shows, I think. And she's naming it like the Attention Tour. So
Oh.
I don't know, like, why would she create like a whole name and all this merchandise for just South America? I don't know. Hopefully, I hope she comes back and does like a world tour like she did with Bangers. That would be
I've
sick.
never seen Tragic.
You haven't seen her?
Seen it.
Okay, so I was actually just about to ask that. I was gonna ask, have you
didn't
seen
go
her?
to
in-
Lollapalooza?
I didn't. I was so close. I thought about it. I really, really wanted to. I couldn't find anyone to go with me.
Yeah.
Like I was nervous about like Lollapalooza this year specifically. Like I was like, maybe not just yet, but like
Yeah.
it was hard. It was a hard choice to make for
Yeah.
sure. I really, really wanted to. I knew, and it was that weekend was stressful to know that we were in the same city and I wasn't
Oh
going
my
to be
God.
able
That's
to
true.
share.
That's
you know?
true.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go with Becky that weekend and I got COVID.
No.
So I like asked them for a refund and I got a refund. And so then I bought pit tickets this year at Summerfest in Wisconsin. But I cried because I had not seen her since like Best of Both Worlds tour in 2008. And I had like fucking terrible ass seats. I was in the nosebleeds. So like that doesn't count.
I know seeing the Best of Both Worlds tour is like, I mean, because she'll never do anything like that ever again.
That's
I mean, like
true.
you can see a Miley tour, but you can never, there was only one Hannah tour.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, it's true. I will cherish it for sure. But I was so ready to see her. Then I got COVID.
Oh yeah, as an adult for sure. Well, I
And
I've seen Jonas Brothers twice. I saw the
Yeah.
Joe Bros Burning Up tour, and then I saw Happiness Begins.
oh my
So that
gosh,
was-
I did too. I saw both of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Beautiful.
for Burning Up, so we had Avril, it's in St. Louis, we had Avril Lavigne and Demi Lovato open up
That's
for
so
them. Was
funny
it?
because we only had Demi Lovato, but Big Rob was also there.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we
Yeah.
had Big Rob. We might have. I don't know. I don't know
I
why
mean, he
Avril
only
Lavigne was.
came out for his first during Burning Up, but he was there.
That's iconic. Where's he at these days?
I know that's a really good question. I've been
Check
wondering
back
that
in.
too. I think about that question, but I don't look into it. And now
Yeah, right. Like it comes to me at like a random like Wednesday on 4 p.m. I'm like, where's Big Rob at? And then I don't look it up. Usually when I'm driving, so I'm not looking it up. But
yeah,
I wish he would have been on that Hannah Montana episode. That would have been iconic.
I know that would have been so fun, or even Frankie.
Oh my gosh. Remember when Frankie and Noah were like, they weren't a thing because they were too young, but they were like, I remember them walking the red carpet together because they were in a movie together. What was it?
No,
Yes.
it was a Studio Ghibli movie. It was like one of the only Studio Ghibli movies to be produced by Disney. And it, I should have brought this up when we were talking about the Jonas Brothers. And Noah Cyrus and Frankie Jonas were the little leads.
Frankie Jonas?
Yeah, the bonus Jonas. It's not like being referred to as
bonus.
the bonus Jonas. Sorry, we're talking too much
Bonus
about Brothers on the Miley podcast. Yeah, we were talking about
Freaking
Jonas.
That's the more.
Hey, it's Miley, Moscato, and more.
That's the more.
Yeah,
There's
that's
some
the
Joe
more.
Rose today.
We're always trying to
Beyond.
bring in more because we're like, we need to stop fucking talking about. I mean, we don't need to stop talking about Miley, but like, we definitely only talk about Miley, and like 2% we talk about wine, but we really just drink it.
It's so fun.
All right, so we're refilling for the next segment. I
Right.
thought it would be really cool since you guys talk about Miley's initial acting career every single day on your podcast. Let's go through all of her acting because
Yeah.
she's been in a few movies, she's been starring on a show or two, and Molly found this article by Insider,
Because you're
Business
just movies,
Insider.
so.
Called every single Miley Cyrus movie ranked according to critics. So I think this will be so fun to go through and just hear the harshness of critics and try to attack back.
I love that. And I feel like I'm excited about this because I feel like I haven't seen as much of her filmography as I should, but I know enough about it to have something to say about each film. I know that.
Perfect.
I'm on the same page.
I want to see her entire filmography. I just haven't been able to yet.
He's a busy boy.
I understand.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, go. I'm excited about this.
Yes. Okay. We'll start. I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
So Miley Cyrus's lowest rated film is 2012's So Undercover, which I agree with. That shit was
Yeah.
boring as fuck.
I agree with that.
Okay, so what was the
So
like just like the
Undercover.
basic little plot of that? What was it?
So
Was so this is the one I don't know. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've actually only watched this like probably once or twice. Didn't really get into it. She basically, from my understanding, she like kind of goes undercover to help her dad, who's an FBI agent. I could be getting this all wrong
No,
too,
it's right
because
here,
I checked out of this movie like every
He's a-
time I watched it.
Yeah, her dad, it says that she's the daughter of a US senator
Oh.
and she gets she's a private she's a private investigator who gets an offer from the FBI to tail a student who is the daughter of a US senator, and then she tries to like enroll in college. She joins a sorority and then she falls in love.
I love garbage, so I think I might love this movie. Like
It could be
I
good.
love bad movies.
Yeah, but like
I
some,
love garbage, but
yeah,
I don't know,
sometimes even when
it's
a
garbage,
movie is like
garbage, yeah.
fun and a bad, like some things are just like boring. Yeah, that just
Yeah. No,
decide.
I'm probably still gonna have to watch it someday. Yeah.
Oh, I honestly I want to rewatch it because it's been a long time.
yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't remember.
But
I almost got on more movie club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this got a whopping 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Right.
It says that the reason it's Miley's performance. It says that she seemed bored and that she was like ready to jump the ship onto another movie.
Honestly,
they-
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, she's a good actor. Like she's very capable, but she's also like she's gonna do her own shit. She's gonna show up to something that she's forced to do, and she's to phone it in. Like, yeah, she's gonna phone it in.
That's
She's
what,
not gonna
like,
care.
she's supposed to be an actor, so she's supposed to always be like turning it on.
All right, she's Miley.
I
She's
mean-
more than an actor.
Yeah.
This isn't
So-
just like Meryl Streep being expected to work with a bad script here. If Miley sees a bad script, she's like, I don't care. I just don't care.
Here we
enough.
go.
Yeah.
So, you know who produced So Undercover?
Oh my god.
Tish Cyrus, Miley's mom.
Tish, why did you do
Aw.
this?
Good. gosh.
So
Momager.
Miley probably felt like she did have to do this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know though, but
gosh.
yeah, I had to get that in there because I was like, I think she did produce it. But okay, next is LOL.
Okay.
So this is one of those like, I wouldn't say this is garbage, but this is like the good kind of garbage. Like this isn't like the best movie, but I love it. And I have friends that like it a lot too that aren't even that big of Miley fans. But she played a girl named Lola with Demi Moore, and Rotten Tomatoes scored it 14%.
Yeah.
Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Sometimes they're a little too harsh. Sometimes they're a little too harsh.
Who's in charge
I
of
don't
that?
trust it always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen LOL?
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like I watched it like when it came out when I was like a kid, but I didn't really finish it. And I think that I was like too young to understand its camp value. And I was like, I think there's a scene where Demi Moore and Miley Cyrus as mother and daughter are like naked in the bathtub together. And I think I was like, I checked out at that.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
So I will come back to it at some point. I'd love to. I'd love to understand the justification of that scene. I'm going to bet money that there isn't one. And
I think they were just close.
I know it was filmed in Chicago. I know it's a Chicago-based film, so I know all of it.
Yeah, that's why I watched it, because it was like pre my interest in Miley as an actor.
Interesting.
And I just remember it was something I put on while I was like doing stuff. So it didn't like hold my attention in any particular way. And it was before I had any really like interest in Miley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that I watched it, but there's like really nothing like significant that's standing out to me about it.
Dude, what?
I would go watch it again. I know
I
that
also
it's good
think
enough to
that
do that.
it might have been the first time I laughed at something that was supposed to be serious, but I just like scoffed because like the way that she introduces herself in the film, she's like, my name's Lola, but everyone calls me Lol. And I was like, really going with that?
Okay, that was fucking weird.
Not like the first time that like Hollywood was trying to pander to me as like a youth. They were like, my name's Lola, but everyone calls me Lol. Like, no one does that.
Like, why the fuck would people call you Lol?
Yeah.
That takes more effort to say than Lola.
Exactly. It does.
I will say Douglas Booth is like her love interest in the movie. And he is so freaking cute. Okay. I love a good Douglas Booth. He played, so I'm like a Motley Crue fan. I love some classic rock. He played Nikki Sixx in The Dirt.
Oh.
And you would never really think unless you really look, because they have the wig and makeup on. But he's like a British actor and he does such a good American accent and he is just so cute. And they had some like photos taken of them when they were recording the movie that I feel like they were like, I don't know if it was for the movie or not, but they were kind of rumored to have been. Yeah, look at that. I shipped it back in like 2012, I think it was.
That must just be the thing she does, huh?
Tumblr was going off.
Them.
In 2012, Tumblr was going off. She was the Tumblr girl aesthetic.
She was.
For sure.
She was.
But I love some Douglas Booth. So I definitely suggest rewatch the movie. It's pretty good. Don't watch So Undercover. That shit sucks.
No, I'm gonna. I have to.
Definitely do it.
Definitely
do it. Do you want to do the next one?
So the next one, Miley Cyrus had a brief cameo as being herself in Sex and the City 2. I had absolutely no idea.
I actually watched the scene because I knew that I would never watch Sex and the City 2, but I know it's just a cameo and I just wanted to watch the scene. It's a cute scene and it seems very on brand for who she would be. If she's playing herself, I'm like, yeah, she would own somebody wearing the same dress as her at the red carpet. She'd be like, look at us how cute we are together. You know? Yeah. So I just summed it all up, I guess.
And there's that.
I don't watch Sex and the City either. So I definitely went on YouTube though, where I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
It's very on brand for her.
A 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, but like Miley had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's just the movie.
She was just
a sequel.
Yeah. She was just happy to be there.
Part of the 15% is her cameo, probably.
Yeah, that probably would have been 6% if it wasn't for her cameo.
You're right.
True. Exactly.
All right. The next one, I'm actually very shocked about this, because we're moving in like worst to best. The next one is already the last song.
Interesting. I can understand why. All right, I feel really bad that I haven't seen the last song.
I love Nick Sparks, but I haven't seen the last song.
I think that I'm gonna go watch it right now.
I was a Nicholas Sparks bitch.
Yeah.
I was. I loved all of those books.
An NSP.
Ew.
A Nicholas Sparks bitch. That's funny. I was not.
I ate that shit up.
Yeah, the Notebook. Oh man, what's that one with Amanda Seyfried?
I know what you're talking about with
like not
Dear John.
Dear John, yeah.
Dear John.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I think that I can understand why that is not as well received, because I think that's an interesting moment in her career where she's transitioning from Disney Channel to like something like more serious, because she's like, she is the lead in like the Nicholas Sparks thing. But honestly, this is more on Nicholas Sparks than it is on her, because like Nicholas Sparks is capable of delivering something like The Notebook and
but like
like these other.
But like Rachel McAdams isn't Miley Cyrus.
No, she's not. But The Notebook isn't the last song. They're not like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, even though I haven't seen the last song, but I would say that The Notebook is probably a much stronger story than the last song.
They're all, like,
The Notebook
equally
happens,
pulpy
and then that name, what's his name? I already forgot his name.
Ryan Gosling.
No. The guy that wrote the books.
Nicholas Sparks.
So that he just becomes the name of being able to be like tug at your heartstrings romantic bullshit. So it doesn't matter the quality of the story. Like, it's a Nicholas Sparks romance and it has 2 stars attached to it that are good. It's going to be fine. But I think the last song was the first time that it was like Hollywood was maybe like, oh, maybe not. Because I don't know, the last song, even knowing nothing about it, just from an outside perspective, it looks like Nicholas Sparks phoning it in. So like I said, it's not Miley's fault, it's Nicholas Sparks's fault.
It's like,
no, I think she was maybe just a few years too young.
She was
like,
so young.
Because she did it in 2009. And I feel like,
is she supposed to be a teenager, or is she supposed to be an adult?
She was supposed to be, I think she had just graduated high school, was about to go to college, and she filmed it when she was 16.
I don't think the audiences were ready for that.
Yeah, and I'm like, she did Hannah Montana until she was, until 2011. She filmed this in 2009, like the summer of 2009. Came out in 2010.
Well, Hannah Montana was still on.
Yeah, so.
And I think that made her uncomfortable too. I think that she was excited to be the lead in a movie like that, of that caliber, outside of Disney. But it's just, it's a lot of pressure. And I think that at that time in her life, she just had a lot of pressure on her shoulders at all times.
Oh my gosh. If you think about it, in 2009, she did Time of Our Lives EP. She did Hannah Montana 3 soundtrack. She filmed the last song. She filmed Hannah Montana 3 season. I think she also put out one more album.
And she was how old?
She was 16. This was all in 1 year. I remember seeing a tweet about it. There was just so much going on in 2009. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was a lot. Now that you say that, I've never thought of it like that. But I think maybe if she would have done this like 2 years later, like maybe that when she was doing LOL and So Undercover, it might have been perceived better.
I think that it was it was an interesting breakout for her outside. I think that it's not really her fault that was as poorly received, just because she shouldn't have been in it in the first place.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
But it put her and Liam together, and it gave us a lot of good music out of that.
You're right.
True.
You are right about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
True.
Well, anyway, also in 2009, this is when she filmed Hannah Montana the movie.
Yes. Okay, that's what it was. She did that movie also.
We have to be careful because we haven't got there yet.
I know. We won't talk.
I mean, I can talk about her performance a little bit.
I will say it got a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a failing test score, but I feel like on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the better ones.
It makes sense for what it was, and I think that her performance in it is incredible. Like for what I think it's a great film with its flaws that I can't say too many things about.
Right.
I think it's great, and I think she's awesome in it. She's cute. She's comfortable. She's in her home state. She's in her element. She's with everyone she's been working with for a couple of years. Like it's all good for her, you know.
Yeah. Side question: when do you plan on? Are you guys gonna do like an episode over the movie? Like, how is that gonna work when you do get to that?
We have big plans for the movie, but that's also like a really interesting. I don't know when exactly we're supposed to do the movie because where it is in the show is tricky. I think we're just going to go based off of release dates. So whatever episode is released before the movie, we'll just stop. And like, I think we might even do like 3 or 4 episodes to cover the movie.
Dang, yeah, you should.
And then once we're done with that, we'll just go, because I think that actually there was like a 3 or 4 month period where Hannah Montana wasn't airing on Disney Channel while the movie was in theaters. So that's probably when we'll do it,
I'm excited.
Season 3. Yeah, so
Oh
we
my
still have a hot
gosh.
minute. We still have the concert movie. The concert movie is next.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Sure.
gosh. Wait, so you guys gonna do the concert movie?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, of course.
When does that fit? That's season 2 sometime, right?
Yeah, I think we have more flexibility with that, and we might just do that just between season 2 and season 3.
I was thinking
We
that.
actually had the only thing we really had to wait for was the Jonas Brothers episode, and now that that's
True.
done, we can do the concert movie whenever we want. So
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, I don't want Hannah Montana to. I want you guys to keep doing this even past, even when you get done with season 4. So how do we make that work?
convince
Then it'll
Miley
be
to do it again.
It'll be a real rewatch podcast, and I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, it'll be an
There you
actual.
go.
We
I love
rewatch.
it.
We'll
I
just do-
love that.
Go back to the beginning, remastered. Yeah.
All right, next on the list, we brought this up earlier. This is Black Mirror, her Black Mirror
Yeah.
episode. It got 51 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not fair. It deserves
It
better.
was good.
That's what I was
You
thinking.
think so? Am I the only one that was kind of like, what the hell was that?
Bitch.
No, I liked it.
I
I
liked
liked
it a
it. But I'm like pretty like when Black Mirror is like ready, I'm like, yeah. Like
Mhm.
I just like I'm never gonna. I give me that weird world, Black Mirror. I
Yeah,
want it.
for
And
sure.
then I thought she did a good job. I was like into that weird, sad little world she was building.
And she was the like utmost perfect casting choice for
Oh,
sure.
I will.
Because the
Yes,
parallels to her
absolutely.
real life were like
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
like Ashley O is Hannah Montana,
No,
like,
exactly.
I love that song too.
and I love the Ashley O music.
Oh
not
my
gonna lie.
gosh.
I still think
I,
on a roll still.
So
to this
good.
I'm
day.
obsessed. Okay, I'm
I'm
sorry.
fine.
I had to let my dog out. I will be right back. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Take a little break.
He's actually, I can't believe how much he's left us alone for this episode. This dog will like sleep all day long. And the second we're recording, he's like, I'm gonna pace back and forth all day long. I'm gonna knock over your ring light.
What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Boston Terrier. Yeah,
love
a
that.
little punk.
Is that the only pet that lives in the house?
We have a cat. Her name is Opal,
Aw.
and they fight.
Yeah, that's my cat's fight.
Yeah, my cats fight because I have a cat. My roommate has a cat, so they fight. Yeah. But they all love each other at the end of the day. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they'll have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Okay,
All right.
I just sprinted. I'm kind of out of breath.
Um,
Ashley
yeah.
O. I was here for Halloween
Right.
one year. I am the biggest Ashley O fan.
yes.
I want another album or something from Ashley O.
Oh my God, right?
Fun.
I agree. I
I
agree.
think that'd
I
be
want.
cool.
and
I
I
want to hear
also-
like Ashley O cover garbage.
Yeah. Or just yeah. I think we should just do more pop spins on
Yeah.
90s grunge music, and it should be
Sure.
recorded by Ashley O.
Yeah.
Like that's it. No, but I love that episode. I think that a lot of people were disappointed with it because it was outside of the realm of like traditional Black Mirror
Mm,
and
yes.
just being like sad. And I'm like, well,
No, they're
sorry,
all
you're just
sad.
they're
Are you
all
kidding
sad,
me?
but I think
They're
that
all sad.
Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too, the Miley Cyrus Ashley O
Mm.
episode had more hope. I mean, it had a happy ending. And I
Yeah,
think like
I liked that.
one of the only other episodes to have of Black Mirror to have a happy ending was San Junipero in its own weird warped way. But I think that like after the success of San Junipero, Black Mirror wanted to experiment with something like a little more upbeat, still like dark, like it has dark tones to it. It's very fucked up, and she's got to go through some stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people weren't ready for that. I think it'll be more well received throughout the years. Like, and yeah, I think that it would have been a terrible episode if it wasn't Miley, because
I agree.
I think the thing that makes it so much more interesting, are the parallels to her actual life.
Yeah, that was her. I think that was her best performance she's ever done. Like
Yeah.
that scene of her like in the hospital bed, like crying. And I guess she talked about like she had just found out her house burned down. That was around that time when she was filming.
God.
So I think that probably helped contribute to that performance, like the emotion at least, but because she was in Canada, I think, filming that. But yeah, I loved it. I feel like the people that really like have things to say about it are diehard like Black Mirror fans that have been like watching it from the beginning, and it's just a little bit different and outside of their comfort zone. So
yeah, which is like the point of the show. So I was like, hello.
yeah.
But also I remember even like watching that episode when it came out, I was really excited to watch it, and I watched it and I just remember thinking I wanted so much more from her acting wise. Like I know
That's
she's
how I
not
felt.
and everything, but I'm just like, oh, she's such a good actor. She's so funny. Like she has such a great screen presence. Be in more stuff.
Yeah.
Look harder, Miley. For
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Give them all your free time.
All right. The next one is her appearance on Justin Bieber's Never Say Never when she came out for that song. Was it Overboard? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the part of her filmography I will skip.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in watching that film for any reason.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched. Have you
Are
watched
you
that?
kidding me? I was on premiere night at the theater.
A true believer.
I
True
was,
believer.
absolutely.
I was not a believer.
I was not. I was
I was
never-
stuck on the Jonas Brothers.
I had a
Yeah,
friend that said
same.
Justin.
I never moved on to One Direction or Justin Bieber or any of those. I was like, been there, done that with the Jonas Brothers.
I went from Jonas Brothers to One Direction and skipped right over Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I was a Backstreet Boys in Sync girl,
She's
and now it's
old.
like I hear like when people used to be like, it's all about New Kids on the Block. I'd be like, okay, old. And I'm the old one now.
We're talking about Jonas Brothers and One Direction.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like,
Yeah.
I was way too cool for that stuff. Like
Mhm.
18, 19. Yeah. That was like my prime time, like Shins era.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
Absolutely.
time for Jonas, no time for Bieber.
Okay, can I ask what your guys' favorite Jonas is? Who's your favorite Jonas?
Yeah, all right, Joe. Why did I almost say Kevin? Joe. Why did I almost say Kevin? It's definitely Joe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
Nick.
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 I don't
I'm
know.
Nick.
Nick.
Are you Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
Aw. No, I love Nick. And I probably because Miley loved Nick too, but
That's definitely why.
contributes.
I just talked about this on our like the episode that we recorded today, but like my introduction to the Jonas Brothers was the Cool music video. Like I had never heard a Jonas Brothers song before Cool.
What?
Like I don't know, I just like went all over my
know.
head, and then like Nick in the Cool video, I was like, okay, so that's the Jonas I like. And then I just felt like all of a sudden I was like part of society. Had a favorite
You understood
Jonas.
the Jonas Brothers. You
Okay,
have-
but that album, fire. Happiness Begins is
Yeah.
actually so fucking good. And when they first came out with it, I was like, because I like a lot of old Jonas Brothers, but I was kind of like skeptical about the new stuff because I didn't know what to expect. But I will listen to that at work through my headphones, and I'm like doing my big girl job, and no one has any idea that I'm just jamming out to the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. So happy to have him back.
Cool makes me feel cool.
It's so
Yeah.
that's why when I was like listening to it, I feel like it was summer. I was just like, well, heck, I guess I feel cool now.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. You said Nick. Yeah.
So that Justin Bieber film had a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
That's
like,
amazing.
That's
That is
not even a performance.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to compare it to the Hannah Montana concert movies.
oh yes,
We're
let's
on
do that.
now.
Well, I
Oh,
wonder if it's
God.
on here.
Yeah, it's got to be
I
on
don't
there.
think it is.
Why not? Why
I
would that be on there?
know.
It is. It is.
Oh, it
guys,
is?
It is.
Oh, it has Hannah Montana has more. We're good. Hannah Montana is at 71
Okay.
because it's
Alright.
better.
We can skip to that one right if you want to talk about that right now.
Yeah, so we
No,
can just
no,
briefly go over it. The next in
Go
line
down
was
the
her appearance on A Very Murray Christmas, which had a 68%. You know, she came in and
Watch
sang
that
a
yet.
couple
I would
songs
like
with
to. I
him.
do like Bill Murray. I'd
Yeah.
watch that at Christmas time
Yeah.
someday. One day. Yeah.
She also had another appearance in The Night Before, which is a Christmas movie. I have no idea what that is. It had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it.
Ooh,
I would
Seth
watch
Rogen.
it.
I watched that.
I'd watch that because she's in it and I like these
Childhood
people.
Stan.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
That was like
there.
he was a big one. And like, yeah. That
Yeah.
long hair.
You love
Yep,
G.
so that one was at 69%. And here we are at our Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus Best of Both Worlds concert that has a 71%.
Yeah.
Nice.
An
That's great.
incredible film. We watch it a lot.
As you should. It's
Yes.
great. I love it. I love the balance of like the musical numbers and like her life.
The
And I also
backstage,
that-
I love that.
I remember like when that was released. So I went to see that in theaters with my dad, and he fell asleep in the theater, and I was so embarrassed. I was like 12. I was like, Dad, wake up. You're missing the best part. Anyway, but I remember they got actually in trouble, that whoever produced that movie, because in the scene where her and her dad are in a car, they don't have seatbelts on.
Yes.
Scandal.
Do you remember?
Yes, we remember this.
Yes, and I was like,
Yes.
I remember being young and defending her, like, I'm going to fucking hell. Like, you definitely need to wear seatbelts.
Yeah, she needs to wear a little seatbelt. Yeah. No, that movie was crazy. I remember also seeing it the day it came out, and I got really lucky because the day it came out, I didn't have a snow day, but we had a freeze day.
Oh,
where it
a
was-
cold
That
day.
we had a
happens in
cold day where
Chicago.
it was too cold for like teachers to start their cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not too
I remember
cold
that.
for my mom to take my sister and I to go see the Hannah Montana
What
3D
year was
concert
that?
movie featuring the Jonas Brothers. I think it was 2008.
Yeah, I
right?
remember, oh, that was after I graduated.
Because it was
No.
February 2008.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because our episode that we just did was August 2007.
Yeah,
So
you're
it, so it would be February
I guess there were
2008
cold
when
days
that
my
came out
senior year, but that
with the
was-
Jonas Brothers.
Sorry.
And I remember we went to the theater and it was sold out as hell. And we got in there and we could not sit together. My
Oh my
mom,
God.
my sister, and I. We all had to find our own little
Oh my
separate seats.
gosh.
My mom ended up having to sit on the ground
Oh.
because she like walked up to these two girls. I would like a chair, and they were like, no, our coats are sitting here. And my mom was so pissed at that point that she just did not have the energy to fight these 10-year-olds at the Hannah Montana concert
Like-
movie. So she just ended up sitting on the floor.
Oh my
My poor
the
mother, but
fuck?
then she got a lot of free tickets out of it. So
That's cool.
I guess it worked out in the
Oh my
end.
gosh.
Oh my God. Fuck those
I-
bitches.
We're gonna do a whole episode on that. So we'll interview my mom.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I love it.
And she'll be like, I hate that movie. But she brought us, and she loves Hannah, so it was great.
Anna.
I love that.
All right. The next on the list is Big Fish. Do you guys remember that one?
Yes.
I need to watch Big Fish. You seen Big Fish?
I've
saw-
never.
Theater. Oh my God, you guys.
we should watch
it's
Big Fish.
so
I know it's a good movie.
cute. It's
How
good.
small
it's,
is her
it's Tim
role in
Burton.
it?
Itsy bitsy. She
Itsy
has.
bitsy.
It's like her face. It's
Her
just
little
like
face.
she's a
Yeah,
kid.
You know what?
Her little face.
She's credited as Destiny Cyrus. She wasn't even Miley yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
She's
That's
like-
Yeah, she was tiny.
She's like a little kid in this town. Like I would be surprised if she has like a speaking part at all.
Mm.
But I watched it probably in the last couple of years, and I was like, "Ooh, there she is, that little one, huh?"
There she is.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor, oh my gosh, so cute in it. Lots of people in it who are really cute and good and fun and cool.
Okay, let's watch it.
And that's probably why it got a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is her appearance on Joan Jett's documentary, Bad Reputation. I'm sure you've seen
Oh, yeah.
I have seen it.
that.
I need to watch that. That
That
sounds
got 79%. That's very good.
I mean, I think she had like 3 speaking parts where
I'm
she just
sure.
talked about Joan. So it really has nothing to do
sure.
with her, but
Yeah.
it's a good documentary. Definitely recommend it. Oh my God.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Next on this list is her cameo in High School Musical 2.
As it should
Girl
be.
They
Vibe
put this
pool.
on the list and she's
She did a
like,
great job. She had her
girl
little-
vibe
yeah,
pool.
yeah, the little yellow dress.
We had
and
to
the-
vote for
the
that.
flower in her hair. Yeah, she did a
Oh,
great
you're
job.
right.
Yeah,
Did you-
we
did
voted
you
for
vote
that.
Did you guys vote for her?
Oh yeah.
I voted for Billy Ray Cyrus because
Was he an
I-
option?
I literally did. And my like 9-year-old, my 8 or 9-year-old justification for that was knowing that she was going to win, but wanting to see what they would have done with him.
What the
What-
fuck would they have done?
would
Yeah.
That would
What
have
would
been
they have done
appropriate.
with Billy Ray Cyrus if he got the cameo? What would they have done?
Megan.
I'm
I
just
wanna
picturing
know.
him like dancing like she did.
Well, maybe it would
Yeah.
have been a different scene. I'd hope so.
It definitely would have been, but
I'd
it's funny
hope
to think
so.
about.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that film, of course it did. It got an 83%. We love it.
I mean, we just talked about it and how
Yeah.
big it was. Huge deal. Still to this
Yeah.
day, the most watched Disney Channel original movie of all
So
time.
it was
Is it really?
Yeah.
it was the premiere of High School Musical 2,
Mhm.
and then the premiere of Phineas and Ferb, and then the Jonas Brothers episode of Hannah Montana.
all on August 17th,
August 17th,
2007, baby.
2008.
Wow.
7.
7? Oh,
Oh my
Love.
gosh.
Wow.
That's impressive. She has a lot of power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the list, they are just throwing literally like if she watched the film, it's on the list at this point. She has an uncredited cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, she's like the voice of the tape recorder.
Oh my God, you're right. I remember watching that and I said, I know that voice.
There
You're
it is.
right.
I need to rewatch. I don't
Okay.
think I remember that at all.
Yeah.
It's like fun for her.
had
They were
no
like,
idea.
we want Miley Cyrus to be this voice.
Of
And she was like,
course.
okay.
Yeah, honestly, good for her. I wonder why she's
Yeah,
not
I
credited.
love that. Yeah.
Okay, and here it is.
Oh, of course.
The
It's
next
her
one
last-
is Bolt. It's not the last, but Bolt is an
Oh.
89%. Bolt. So good.
That was a good
I
movie.
haven't seen Bolt. However, I feel a little bad for Chloe Grace Moretz. I do. Do you guys know
Why?
about the Chloe Grace Moretz Bolt thing? Because Chloe Grace Moretz was originally cast as Penny in Bolt, and she had finished like 85% of the dialogue recording. And then Disney was like, nah, Miley. We want Miley because she's our big star right now. So we want her to be the voice of
Oh
this.
my gosh.
So poor little Chloe Grace
Poor
Moretz.
Oh my God, that is
Chloe. I did not know
sad.
that.
Yo, Chloe's probably like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, Chloe Grace Moretz probably has a little bit of resentment towards Miley
Oh
Cyrus.
man.
Yeah.
I will say my little nephew who just recently passed, he was a hamster named after this film, Rhino. Let's give a shout out in memory of Rhino.
Her sister's hamster just passed away.
Oh, Rhino.
Rhino, because of this film, that was his name. So
I need to see this film. I know the plot. It sounds like a fun plot. Do you know
it's
anything
so
about Bolt?
cute.
John Travolta's in it. They did that song together.
I thought I
Like,
lost you.
he's a dog on a television show
Okay,
where him
fun.
and this little girl fight crimes, but he
Cute.
thinks it's real life, and then
Aw.
he gets like separated from the little girl.
No.
So he thinks that he's like Bolt the action dog, and he's like,
Yeah.
I know so much about this movie I haven't seen.
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
That was the last one I
I
liked.
told ya. I told ya. I knew it was.
What a good one. 89%.
Yeah, that one
Wow,
performed really well.
Good,
Yeah.
that's a solid rating.
That sounds
You should
right.
Watch it.
I wasn't expecting some of those things on that list.
Why the fuck did they put the Guardians of the
I
like why'd they
remember the
put some of the
song.
stuff in there? Like the Justin Bieber
Remember-
one?
Do you remember the song that she recorded with John Travolta for that?
I thought I lost you.
Lost the way to find me. Miley
Good.
Cyrus and John Travolta recorded a song together.
They sure
for
did.
Did that get nominated for like
I
a
swear.
Grammy or an Emmy or something?
It might have,
I-
or like an Oscar or something.
Or an Oscar.
Something.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like it did.
Song.
That was a good one. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. That's so it's so fun like hearing just people who rate a lot of things and aren't just automatically gonna say Miley's amazing.
Like us.
we did
Yeah.
we did an episode like ranking her songs, which was really fun.
Actually,
from, like,
Insider. So the
it was
same.
Insider.
It was Insider. Also, they ranked all of her songs from like all of her best songs and all of her worst songs. They
Mhm.
said SMS Bangers and 23 were like her worst songs, and I'm like,
how dare they?
how dare they? Bangers was iconic.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember it as well as I should, but I need to listen to the Bangers album again. I have
Me
my
too.
I have my hits from the years that I've like kept, and then anything since. It's been
Oh
like,
yeah.
SMS Bangers with Britney Spears. It's a good one.
oh, okay.
So
yeah.
good.
That's my.
How
That's.
could you get more iconic?
I think that actually might be my favorite Miley song of all time.
Oh.
Because she says, all the way in the back with a tree on my lap. All them boys like to ask me, what you doing with that? And then she says, they ask me how I keep a man. I keep a battery pack.
Oh,
And I was like 15 or 16 years old. And I was like, what the fuck's a battery pack? And that's when I discovered vibrators,
there you go. Miley helping us discover vibrators. We love-
orgasms and vibrators. Yep.
I might have been healthy.
Who else?
I had had Miley in my life.
Yeah, I'm healthy because of her.
Yeah.
Was that the end of the list?
Yes.
So that
it
means
was.
her most critically accepted
Acclaimed.
acclaimed film
yeah.
is Bolt.
Bolt.
I can't
Yes.
believe that.
Which
I-
she's not even, she's just
I-
voicing.
I
Yeah.
really can't even believe how low. I mean, I think everything that you said was true about the last song, but like, dang, I was expecting that to be a little higher.
Yeah, I was too, but I guess it makes sense though. Like, I think we were just blinded by
Yeah.
the love for Miley.
And I think from what I read, it wasn't necessarily her performance. Like the one from So Undercover was all about Miley's performance on
Yeah,
why it
he's
got
like,
so
"I'm
low, I
Miley."
think. But this one, it seemed to be more about like the production and just the way that they went about recreating his novel.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have this whole thing to finish.
No.
We've already finished our bottle. Did I leave?
Well, we just rolled
Here's another bottle.
Molly, I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're gonna chug the rest. This is what we do at the end of every anytime we have any wine left at the end of every episode, we have
Look
to
what she
chug
just
it.
did to me.
Look, mine's higher. Look at this.
Oh my God. They're like the different sizes. So it's
I can
not-
shotgun a bottle of
Oh,
wine.
we have more. Uh-oh.
Well, we had a whole other bottle apparently.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll maybe chug with you.
Yes.
Fill up a
Yes.
Or we can chug,
I don't
but
work tomorrow.
I don't work tomorrow either. No,
Me
I do.
neither. Molly does.
Not till 2. And it's in the
I
neighborhood.
do. I have to be up at 6 a.m.
Woohoo.
9 to 5. What a way to make
I honestly sometimes I miss being like a full-time server because I didn't have to be at work till like 10. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, the service schedule is weird, but
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Taking it off. All right, let's go. Let's
Time
go.
to open our throats.
We're chugging.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Moscato was very easy to chug.
Jesus, Tom.
Moscato. Oh, it's a bottle.
I hate that.
You
I
hate
can't
that?
do it.
I'm not gonna lie. Before we did video, I would cheat and I wouldn't finish, but now I have to. Wait, that was very good.
Where you didn't
Oh
finish.
my gosh. Well,
Do it.
anyway, you guys, that was so fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys. I've been talking to Becky that I'm like, we need to have them on because
Yeah.
So
Hannah
fun.
Montana podcast, Miley Cyrus podcast, like it's
Yes.
fucking
The
there.
best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your shirt?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. I used to work at a
T-shirt.
t-shirt shop. Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
I had my friends like help me custom make this.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Where'd you guys get yours?
Mine's from Etsy, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that one. That's so funny. I love
So
it.
mine's from Urban Outfitters, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not gonna lie.
She
It's,
looks kinda
um,
weird.
She looks very weird. I don't know if you can
Oh,
tell.
she
It's
does.
also
That's
huge on
really
me.
illustrated.
Like, why does she look like that?
Like actually a picture of her.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looks like it's like I know. Yeah.
Oh, but
So and
really
it's so
cool.
big,
I
and
love
it feels cheaply made, and it was kind of expensive. And it's Urban Outfitters, I guess. But I'm waiting on the Sweet Niblets merch.
Yeah. we have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys talk about it every now and then, and I'm like, but I know
Talk
it's so
about
much
it.
work. It's so
You're
hard doing
yeah.
a
We talk about a lot
podcast,
of
and
We talk about a lot of things. We tease a lot of things. We do.
We do
Oh,
too.
us
We're
too.
teasing.
Don't worry.
It'll come. Yeah, we love to
it's
tease.
so hard working and doing a pod. It's like honestly, like doing a podcast is like this, like another job.
Yeah, for sure.
Tom does
So-
all the work. I don't know how.
That's how, yeah, she does all the work too.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, that makes it extra special that you guys just spent 2 hours talking to us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're sorry. We like blabber our mouths off.
It's been so fun. I'm
Not
so glad.
even.
This was so fun.
No
Hour and
I was like, it was
change.
2 hours?
No.
No.
Almost.
Yeah, this was
but-
so fun. Thank you so much
Whatever.
for having me.
We appreciate you so much for coming on. We will
Yeah.
have to maybe in your next season or something we can have you on again. 'cause-